In this video, we will go deeply examine how to do better decisions in our life and in our businesses. So basically, let's think about this. Decisions are the cornerstone of everything we do as creators or entrepreneurs. Our success or fail depends on the decisions that we make every day and what those decisions are, how we make them, and in results, we become the sum of our decisions. So, if you want to illustrate it, one decision, second decision, third decision, fourth decision, and so on, together they form our reality, what we experience as human beings, as entrepreneurs and creators. And those small decisions that we do today, they influence our life, what will become true tomorrow. So most of the people don't understand the fact that we often neglect the thing that what we experience right now is not what we do immediately in this moment, but what we have done tomorrow, yesterday, month ago, year ago, 5 years ago. So let's go through the framework that I use and also I learn how to use better every day, same as you, because I'm not different from you. I always learning, experimenting, and improving. So I will try to summarize a three-step basic framework without woo-woo, without different complications, how to make good quality decisions. Sounds good? So let's dive in. So there are three steps. In summary, first step is to create a clarity. Ask good questions that will lead to understanding of what I really clarity, what I really want. The second step is to examine different options we have. Options. Options. And the third step, we need to think about options and about clarity and make decision. Make decision. Okay, sounds good? It sounds like three simple steps, but most people unconsciously do them. And what we want to do with you is to make unconscious conscious. So let's start from the first step, and it's to create a clarity. So, how can we create a clarity? It's a good question. And the answer to this question is to ask yourself good questions that will lead you to the outcomes that you want to get with those decisions. And don't forget what I'm teaching and telling right now before this computer, before this camera, teaching you is I'm teaching myself as well. And the better I teach you, the better I understand this myself. So let's make unconscious conscious and make better decisions, as I already said. Now, uh, without clarity, it's like an Alice in Wonderland. She asks, she was answered that if you don't know where you want to get, any way will help you to get there. So the first step is to make really vividly understandable for you, for your situation, for your context, what you really want and where you want to get with this decision. So let's, for example, imagine I want to start a business or you want to start a business. And when we scroll through YouTube or read some articles, we see different options, different opinions about how to start a business. But those options and those ways to start a business and to create an income is the options of other people, of other opinions, of other world views. The question is, what is your worldview about this decision? What is congruent with you? What is native for you? And what is good for you to decide? Because we don't need to please someone else. We don't need to create something to please somebody else, but we want to make a congruent, authentic decision. And this starts with the clarity. So let me give you an example. Let's say I want to write a book. If I will only be driven by the market research or what people want to read, it will be a half good decision because I can't force myself to write a book that I don't want to write, that I don't want to create in my way, how I want it to be. So, first of all, you need to ask yourself good questions. What do you really want with the outcome of this decision? What you want to see to realize in your life with this decision. Okay. Now let me check my notes if I haven't forget to say something about this step. Yeah. So as I said, you need to ask a good question and this question needs to be yours. So let's say, for example, look back on a decision to write a book. So let's say I made a market research and I want to write a book about diet. The next thing is I need to ask myself what book about diet I want to write. What book about diet I want to write that will resonate with me, that I would love to write, that I will not force myself to write, that other people will feel how I'm writing it and how I enjoyed creating and writing it. So the first part of the equation is about outside world, and the second part of the equation is about what I want, what really congruent with me. Sounds good? Let's move forward. Now, the second step is about having options. Because without having options, there will be no quality decision. Returning back to our example with selecting a book I want to write, and you, of course, can put anything you want instead of this case of writing a book. What business to start, what career to choose, what to learn, what languages to learn, how to learn this language, what application to use, what site to use, what system to use, what marketing channel to use, how to spend my day, how to spend my weekend, how to have a good entertainment. For everything this, we need to have options. And until you have at least three options, you can't create and make a good decision. Why so? Because if you have only one options, you create a tunnel vision. tunnel vision bias. And you are inside of this tunnel. You don't see anything else. No other options are available for your mind, for my mind. But in reality, in a real world, those options are always present. You can write whatever book you want to write. You can go to whatever place you want to go. You can learn whatever thing you want to learn. You can start whatever business you want to start. It doesn't matter that every of these business and every of these options are the best for you, but we start not from the tunnel vision bias, but from the abundance. Abundance. When we have abundance mindset about our options, about the decision we want to make, we don't limit our mind to something only one. Later on, after we make the decision, we create a tunnel vision and execute what we choose to do in a way that is determined, that is focused. But right now, we don't want to focus. We want to unfocus and see all the options we have. We don't want to limit our thinking. I don't want to limit my thinking, and you don't want to limit your thinking. So you need to put on the table as many options as you want. This is all options I'm drawing. And you need to understand what option is better for you. You need to judge each of the option. You need to understand cons and pros of each option to focus on it. You can ask me a question, how to select the best options, or best options. You need to brainstorm them. You can write book about diet, you can write book about journaling, about programming, about sport, about childcare, about anything. You need to brainstorm different options and topics that are familiar with you and near to you and to your experience. But how can you select one option? You need to understand what option is the best for you. To do this, you need to judge them, or you need to experiment. If you're not sure, you need to experiment with each option to select the best of them. So you can make an experiment with option one, see how it goes, learn something, and understand if you need to continue with option one or you don't need to continue with option one. And with the second option, you can also experiment, and in this way, you can select the best decision. Or if you have no time to experiment, you need to experiment in your mind. And we are slowly moving to the third step of this process. Okay? And the third step of this process is a thinking time. Thinking time. Thinking time. So let's remind. The first step, we become clear with what we want. We know what outcomes we want to get. Because if you don't know where you go, every way will bring you there. The second step, we have different options. Now, on the third step, we need to judge and select the best option for our decision. How to do it? We need a thinking time. And people, there are different ways you can make decisions. But if you are entrepreneurial creator and you need to make a really big strategic decision, it requires thinking time. If this tactical decision just to experiment with something, you don't need a lot of time. But if it is a strategic decision that is has consequences to years to come, you need a thinking time. And most people don't do it, and I'm guilty of not doing it as well. And from this moment, from recording this video, you and I know that the more thinking quality time you put in a strategic long-term decision, the better outcomes you will see later on in the future. Because most people don't think through all they need to know about the decision where they are going. So let's look closer on the thinking time. Now, there are different ways how you can make a thinking time for yourself. The first option is journal. So in reality, it's very simple to do. Let me give you an example. I will show you journal. So I have a journal, okay? And here I write my to-do list, my experiments, my thoughts, my gratitudes, my thinking, my ideas, different things I write here. My schedules, my thoughts, my wins and my disappointments, even my prayers, whatever I write here, it helps me to understand my thinking process better. So if you put a time in a thinking in a journal, it has will have a good dividends for making this a good quality decision. So you can judge all the options that you have collected on the previous step and judge right about them. Write all the cons and pros of these options in your journal. The second thing you can do is you can use walking, especially walking in nature. So let me give you explanation of this step in general. So what we want to do on a thinking time step, which is the most important of them all, besides the first two steps, is to give yourself time. Don't hurry with decision making on this step. Make yourself a room. Give yourself time to live through the options, to make your unconscious mind to process all the information that you gathered on the previous steps. And now, with your firm intention, with your confidence to make a good decision. You can use a journal for this. You can take a walking in nature, go in the forest, go in the garden, go in the mountains, go to the sea, take your journal, write the options, think through them, envision them in the future and think about them, how they will unfold, how they will work out for you. Which option is congruent with the outcome of what you want to get and which is not. So when you walk on nature, you relax your conscious mind, you make a room for your unconscious mind to process options you have. Sounds good? Now, what you need to do when you have a journal and you are on nature is you need to have a quiet time Turn off all the phones. Turn off all distractions. Relax. Breathe deeply and relax yourself. Write your thinking in a journal. Visualize what you want with this decision to achieve. Think about what option is better. Check if it is clear for you what you want and if an option is congruent with what you want. And after that, after all these three steps, simple process, you can make the best decision. And I can make the best decision. Of course, there are more advanced and deeper ways how to make decisions, but it is the most important, simple, straightforward way in general how to make a good strategic decisions. In next videos, I probably will talk about how to make a fast tactical decisions based on intuition. And this method is more deeper. It's without hurry, without trying to make it faster, in a relaxed way. This is a decision that you want to make in a long term, for years to come, in the future. It's not a decision of about what potatoes to buy better, or what meat to buy, or what porridge to buy in a shop. This is a strategic decision that will influence your life in a long term. What business to start, to partner with this person or with this company or not, and so on and so forth. So again, three-step process. Let's remind quickly. So first, you make your outcome very clear to you by asking good quality open questions. The second thing is you have at least three options that will help you to select from something. Don't be in a tunnel vision. Okay. The third step is to make decision, is to have a good quality thinking time where you can put half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes and think deeply about what you want. Okay. So this was the three steps, and I remind myself about how to make good decisions. I showed to you, my dear viewer and subscriber, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, this is it for it today, for this video, for this lesson. I enjoyed creating it, and I wish you to make the best decision possible with this process in your business and life. And I'll see you in my next videos. And please subscribe if you like it and share with other people. My name is Alex Zozowski, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to continue our journey with you in more text format, you can download two resources for free that I created for you. It can be really useful. The first resource is a free 21 pages blueprint for creators, entrepreneurs, and knowledge workers about conquering procrastination, sabotaging your success without force, and do whatever is required for your growth. So I created a framework, a set of tools, a mindset tools that will help you to conquer procrastination and start doing whatever you postponed for so long time, or maybe just for a day, or maybe just for a year. So you can download this blueprint in PDF format from my site. Link is available from the description. The second resource is a 15 journaling secrets book, how to establish consistent journaling habit for better thinking and self-understanding. You can take control of your thinking and growth once and for all using the power of journaling. This is a pinnacle of everything I learned about journaling, how to start journaling from scratch, everything you need to know available to you in PDF format from my site, absolutely no charge. You can download it in the link in description. You will learn how to organize front and back cover of a journal. You will learn how to use best time for journaling and best environment for journaling. Two best times in a day to journal. How to much time you need to journal. How to start journaling prompts, and everything you need to get started. Again, link available in the description.